Dear students, welcome you all to the session 9 video of chapter Capital Structure, 5th semester BCom Financial Management. In the previous session, we worked out problems on determining the operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage, and also problems on determination of earnings per share. In this session, we will work out a problem wherein we will calculate the operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage, and also we will find out the earnings per share. So the problem, the information given in the problem is this way. Equity shares are at rupees 10 each, the amount is 5 lakh. 15% debentures at rupees 100 each, amount is 10 lakh. Selling price per unit is rupees 15, variable cost is rupees 8, fixed cost is rupees 2 lakh. Tax rate is 35%. The number of units sold, 1 lakh units. What will be the operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage if the output goes to 2 lakh units? So at present the firm is selling 1 lakh units and information is given regarding the capital structure as well as the selling price, variable cost, fixed cost and the tax rate. So we'll have to find out the operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage for 1 lakh units. The next question is what will be the operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage if the output goes to 2 lakh units. So again we will have to find out operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage for 2 lakh level units. So we will have to prepare a statement of income and we will have to find out the contribution, EBIT, EBT, surplus profit. So first we'll prepare a statement of income for both the level of units, 1 lakh units as well as 2 lakh units. So a statement of income is prepared here. You can see begins with the columns, 3 columns, particulars, 1 lakh units and 2 lakh units. So it begins with sales. Sales rupees 15 per unit. Number of units 1 lakh units. So 1 lakh units multiplied with rupees 15, 15 lakh rupees. Less variable cost rupees 8 per unit. 1 lakh units into rupees 8 lakh. Contribution is equal to 15 lakhs minus 8 lakhs is equal to rupees 7 lakh. Less fixed cost is 2 lakh rupees. So EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes, is equal to 5 lakh rupees. Less interest, the debentures are for 110 lakh rupees multiplied with the debenture interest 15%. So we get 1 lakh 50,000 as the interest. Less when interest is deducted from EBIT, we get earnings before tax. It is 3,50,000. Less tax at 35%. 3,50,000 multiplied with 35 divided by 100, 1,22,500 the tax amount. So we get earnings after tax. Earnings before tax minus tax. Earnings after tax 2,27,500. Less preference dividend. So in this case, preference share capital is not there. So preference dividend is equal to 0. So surplus profit is equal to the earnings after tax itself 2,27,500. Next we'll go to the next level of units, that is 2 lakh units. Sales is equal to 2 lakh units multiplied with the rupees 15 per unit, that is 30 lakhs. Less variable cost 2 lakh units multiplied with rupees 8 per unit, that is 16 lakh. So contribution is equal to 30 lakhs minus 16 lakh, it is rupees 14 lakhs. Less fixed cost rupees 2 lakh. So EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes, is equal to 12 lakh. Less interest, it is 10 lakh into 15 by 100, that is 1,50,000. So earnings before tax is equal to 10,50,000. Less tax at 35%. 10,50,000 multiplied with 35 divided by 100, 3,67,500. So earnings after tax is equal to 6,82,500. So there is no preference capital. So preference dividend is equal to 0. That itself, the earnings after tax itself becomes the surplus profit or earnings available to the equity shareholders. Now, first we will calculate the operating leverage. So operating leverage is equal to contribution divided by earnings before interest and taxes, EBIT. So in situation 1, when the number of units sold is 1 lakh units, the operating leverage is equal to 7 lakhs divided by 5 lakh, which is equal to 1.4. In case of situation 2, when the level of units sold is 2 lakh units, operating leverage is equal to 14 lakhs divided by 12 lakh, which is equal to 1.166. Next, we'll see the financial leverage. Financial leverage is equal to EBIT divided by EBT, earnings before interest and taxes divided by earnings before tax. So, in case of situation 1, the financial leverage is equal to 5 lakh divided by 3 lakh 50,000, which is equal to 1.428. In case of situation 2, financial leverage is equal to 12 lakh divided by 10 lakh 50,000, which is equal to 1.142. Now we will find out the combined leverage. Combined leverage can be found out with the formula contribution divided by earnings before tax. Contribution divided by EBT. In situation 1, it is equal to 7 lakhs divided by 3 lakh 50,000, which is equal to 2 times. In case of situation 2, combined leverage is equal to 14 lakhs divided by 10 lakh 50,000, which is equal to 1.33. Combined leverage can also be found out using this formula, that is operating leverage multiplied with the financial leverage. Combined leverage is actually a combination of operating leverage and financial leverage. So, in case of situation 1, when the output is 1 lakh units, 1.4 into 1.428 is equal to 2. 1.999 comes, which is 2. In situation 2, when the output is 2 lakh units, operating leverage is 1.166. Multiplied with financial leverage 1.142, which is equal to 1.33. Now we will find out the earnings per share. Earnings per share is equal to surplus profit divided by number of equity shares. So the information given here, it is given that the equity share capital is 5 lakh rupees and shares of 10 rupees each. So the number of equity shares is equal to 50,000. In situation 1, when the number of units sold is 1 lakh units, earning per share is equal to 2,27,500 divided by 50,000, which is equal to rupees 4.55. In situation 2, when the number of units sold is 2 lakh units, earning per share is equal to 6,82,500 divided by 50,000 shares. So the earning per share is equal to 13.65 rupees. So in this problem, we have found out operating leverage, financial leverage, combined leverage, and also the earnings per share. Dear students, if you have any doubts regarding any of these aspects, please do inform me. Thank you.